It is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you for viewing my channel. Those of you watching worldwide, thank you. I really appreciate it more than you realize. Please like and subscribe, as I appreciate that as well. In this video, I'm gonna review the Chick Corea Return to Forever album called Light as a Feather. It's a groundbreaking fusion album from 1973, one that you really should give a listen to if you hadn't heard it before. But before that, I got to get to the Spotlight, and Spotlight features two Cantrells, Alana Cantrell. If you're a kid or adult in the 60s, you would see her in shows like The Merv Griffin Show, Johnny Carson Show. She was from Australia. I think she quit the music business somewhere around the 80s, actually became a lawyer. And another Cantrell, they're not related, Blue Cantrell. Her career got off to a magnificent start, but just simply didn't pan out. She was a good R&B singer though, but her career just didn't pan out. Blue Cantrell. Anyway, I'm going to discuss this groundbreaking album by Chick Corea and Return to Forever called Light as a Feather. An early example, a great example in my mind of fusion done right. When I think of fusion done right, or during that time, I think of Miles Davis' Weather Report with Wayne Shorter and Joe Zawinul. And I also think of Chick Corea and Return to Forever. Now, I don't know if I have an original pressing of this record. Maybe some of you guys or gals can tell me if this is, but I have 3 copies of the record and they all have the same label. I think it's original pressing, but I don't know for sure. Now, the players in the group, sorry I have to look down and refer to my notes, are Chick Corea on Fender Rhodes and electric piano. Fender Rhodes electric piano, I should say. Stanley Clarke, bass. Joe Farrell, flute, soprano saxophone, and tenor saxophone. Airto Morea, drums and percussions. And Flora Purim, vocals. That was Flora. Man, she was hitting her stride during that time. Now, I'm going to highlight some of the songs on this album. And I think this very well may be the group at their creative peak. They're just hitting it on this album. This was their first album, I believe. It's called Return to Forever. It's the name of the album. And this is a groundbreaking and great album too. And after I give you my review and assessment, I'm going to show you some Return to Forever albums that I have. Flora Purim albums I have, and I think I have some Stanley Clarke's in here too that I'll quickly run through. But I'm going to start with the song Light as a Feather, which features Flora Purim on vocals. And it's a great song. You can, in terms of sound staging, I'm going to give you a slight flavor example of this song where it stands in terms of the sound stage. Flora Purim's vocals are slightly to the right of the center of the sound stage. And Chick Corea's solo is maybe a little bit to the right of that, in the right quadrant of the sound stage. Joe Farrell's tenor saxophone solo is coming from the left speaker, and Stanley Clarke's great solo is in the center of the sound stage. But they're all performing at peak performance during that song. Light as a Feather. Now, Light as a Feather, the lyrics were by Flora Purim, and the music was by Stanley Clarke. It's a song you should definitely hear for sure. I'm going to leave links to all the songs on the album in the description below. If they're available on YouTube, I will. So that is a fabulous song, Light as a Feather, with Flora Purim on vocals. Stanley Clarke did the music for the song. That's a great song. Another great song is a song called Captain Marvel. I believe it's a Chick Corea composition. And he plays phenomenal during that song. And he, again, is in the right quadrant of the sound stage. I think during the whole album, I think he occupies approximately the same space, maybe a little bit right of center of the soundstage. And Joe Farrell is playing flute out of the left speaker, and his performance is phenomenal during that song. That's something you want to look for. The song Captain Marvel. The song 500 Miles High, they're all fabulous on this one. This is Flora Purim's, this is a great example of her great vocals during that time period, during this song. You definitely want to check this out. But again, her vocals are a little bit right to the center of the soundstage. Joe Farrell's solo is in the center of the soundstage. It sounds phenomenal. This is a very good holographic album, in my opinion, at least on my system. It might vary from system to system. Chick Corea and Stanley Clarke, again, they occupy the area of the right quadrant of the soundstage. And Chick Corea, they're playing, it's almost like they're like side by side. Their performance is almost like side by side, almost next to each other during that song. But like I said, Flora Purim during that song, that's her at her height performance during that time period, the song 500 Miles High. Now, my favorite song on the album is a song called Spain. Now, I'm not going to get any details about that song, but all I'm going to say is it's my favorite song on the album, and the song is absolutely amazing. That's my favorite song. I mean, the performances from all the players, they just come together. That is a fabulous song called Spain. You definitely want to check that out. Like I said, if they're available on YouTube, I'll leave the links in the description below. If they're not, well, obviously I can't, but I'll definitely try. But this album, Chick Corea and Return to Forever, Light as a Feather, I'd give the performance a 9 and the sound a 9 as well. Great album. Now I'm going to quickly go through some albums that they, other Return to Forever albums. I don't have all of them, but I'll just give you a short sample size. This one is their, I believe it's their debut album. This is another groundbreaking album. I can easily do a video on this one. Return to Forever Live. This is called Music Magic, Return to Forever. Another Return to Forever album. Romantic Warrior, Return to Forever. And here's another one right here. Hope you can see the title. I think I showed this one already. I showed this one already. That one already as well. I have several copies of these. So skip through those. Now, Flora Purim. This is an album. It's called Every Day, Every Night. She had a really nice solo career. And I bought these when they came out. This was called Stories to Tell. Some I was too young, I believe, maybe in the early 70s. I bought them in the later 70s. Stories to Tell. This is a good album. I love this one too. It's called Encounter. Now this one I have to tell you a quick story. This one's called Open Your Eyes, You Can Fly. There's a beautiful picture of Flora Purim on the back of the cover. I think when I was a teenager, I cut this picture out and got a nice frame and put it on the wall. This is an album cover I cut out. She was so beautiful. I had to put it in a nice frame and put it on my wall. This one's called That's What She Said. Again, these are not in order of release. This album she did called Humble People, she did with her husband, Airto Maria. And this is another album, Nothing Will Be As It Was Tomorrow, by Flora Purim. Album Carry On by Flora Purim. Live at Montreux, 500 Miles High. This is a great album. Another Airto Maria and Flora Purim album they did together. And Butterfly Dreams. I like this one as well. And a few Stanley Clarke albums. I'll go through these real quickly. Not in order of release. I don't have all of them, but I just showed you covers real quick. That one's called Hideaway. This was called Journey to Love. It's called Modern Man. Showed you Journey to Love already. School Days by Stanley Clarke. He was really a long-standing member of the group and a fabulous contributor. This is of Return to Forever. This is a collaboration that Stanley Clarke did with the great keyboard player George Duke. Another Stanley Clarke album. One called Time Exposure. Stanley Clarke. Let Me Know You. Stanley Clarke. And the last one, Children of Forever. Stanley Clarke. Well, there you have it. The groundbreaking album, Chick Corea, Return to Forever, Light as a Feather. I highly recommend this album. Like I said, performance gets a 9, sound gets a 9. If you want a good example of, early 70s fusion, if you haven't heard this album before, listen to it on YouTube. It'd be well worth it. Like I said, it gets my highest recommendation. But at any rate, thank you very much for viewing my channel. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. God bless. Strong love worldwide to everybody. Love and peace to all.